Hi everyone, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's so good to communicate this way, connect this way. Today I'd like to share something with you that perhaps it may resonate, perhaps not. I was almost questioning this until the guidance was put the camera on. I wasn't even ready, I was doing something else, but guidance comes and I follow it. So please keep your mind open, keep your being open for what I'm about to share with you. It's about good and evil. For me it was a concept. I believed for so long that we're beings of light, of unconditional love, so why was there the need to protect ourselves if we're all good? But I had experiences where entities were trying to enter my own organisms. Dark forces were following me. Really weird and strange things that make no sense for the human mind. Literally no sense. But I let it be, I let it be because I know there's a lot of negative things happening in the world. I know there's a lot of corruption, and I don't like to put that in my bubble. I know where intention goes, prana flows, So if I put my energy into something, that's where everything will continue to open up, and I concentrate on being the best version of myself, not only for me, my partner, my family, and friends, but for the rest of us. We gotta raise each other's vibrations. We have to hold our hands and rise collectively. However, I went through this journey a couple days ago, and I was told to share it. And it's about the earth. The earth is her own organism, and it's beyond extraordinary. She connects with everything, not just everything that is on her, within her, but an entire universe. She showed me how deeply she had been hurting. So what happened was that we're just gonna call it an organism. There was an organism that was taking over the earth. And this is before social media and the internet. It's been happening. So this organism was taking over. And it became so big, and it was almost like covering the senses of humans. Not really animals or plants, but of humans. So humans began to forget about the magic, to forget where we come from, to forget about the connectivity with the earth. And so being that as humans we are part of her organism, would you imagine her, let's just say her organism is this big, and we're all part of it, and then we begin to forget. So a shadow began to cover her organism, forgetting, and the connectors were being disconnected. There was no way, in a sense, to reach that part that had acquired the darkness. So it began to be so much that she was losing herself in a way. So she had to think about something. She had to come up with a great plan not to lose herself, not allow this organism to take over, and for her to activate all these connectors again to all of us. And again, it's been happening. It's not just recent. In a sense, the internet and social media was made possible for all of us to connect really deeply with people that are from different sides of the world. But at the same time, it also blinded us a lot. And I blinded even more people. Because you get caught up, there's so much stimuli. But it is something great that connected us all. It connected us all. So she had to come up with a plan. She had to observe different people, different families that were about to be pregnant. And she had to look into the family system, the family lineage of all these people to, in a sense, put her seed and her energy into this baby that was coming through. Having absolute faith that this baby was going to remember and do her job or his job to help the rest of us wake up. So it had been a master plan. It wasn't just her. Her entire organism had to truly, in a sense, look throughout the grid of the entire Earth and see what parents or what family was about to have babies, to analyze, literally analyze the lineage. Where do they come from? Do they have a background with natives or whatever country? Can they really tune into that? Can she truly hope and trust that baby was going to be able to tune into that? And again, it's not just one baby, it's putting her seeds everywhere, into star beings that will go back to their true essence. A master plan that she had been working with literally her entire organism for years. She had to think about this for so long because this organism that was taking over her knew everything, right? Like the dark forces, right? They know everything. It's they know when somebody's about to wake up, and they know exactly where they are, because that's also about social media, right? You can post wherever you are in the world, everybody will know. And there's a tracking thing on your phone as well, like location, right? So she had to go into this organism as a babies, in order to go within the system and in a sense break it. Because she was about to die. We were all forgetting. We were all forgetting massively. Could you imagine that? The earth is alive. She's been alive. And some of us didn't realize. I didn't really realize that until a few years ago. But what she shared with me, it blew my mind. And of course it made me feel more compassionate. And it's that trust that is hers, and we have it inside. The trust that going into the known will be the most beautiful thing we can ever do for ourselves. The leap of faith. She took that leap of faith because there was no other thing that she could do. She was like, oh crap, she's going down and they're all forgetting, so I have to do something. And I have to invade my own system because this other organism was taking over. In a sense, is what has been happening to humanity. That something else. We're born with, not all of us, we're born with this thing that we're just human beings in this 3D world, and that's how we deal. But when you start to tune in inwards, and when you start to release a lot of stuff, then the truth comes out. Where you come from, who you are, your potentials, your gifts, your powers, it all surfaces up. Because we had been covered, it literally shed. We had been covering and shed, and all these lies and all these programs and codes that the dark forces put in our organisms many years ago. Many years ago. So when she was telling me this and showing me this and allowing me to feel her pain and also her unconditional love for herself and for all of us, because remember, we are her, I felt so much compassion. And it reminded me of my own journey, like I was saying. You know, that I didn't have another choice. My choice was to follow that little tiny spark that was so scary. I had no other choice because I knew if I didn't follow it, within I was gonna die. Absolutely gonna die. So the reason why I was told to share this was because waking up means she heals. Every person who wakes up, even if, let's say, it's 1%, has a little tiny glimpse of the truth. It reconnects with her and with everything, with nature, with animals, with mountains, with rivers, with elements. The connectors get attached again, and they get healed, and they get cleansed. So all the garbage goes out, and you can connect once again to her organism. And her organism can guide you so much. Because imagine, you know, like, okay, we're like, I guess, on top of her, but in a sense, we are within her, and like I was saying, we are her. You're not separate. You're not separate from me. I'm not separate from her. I'm not separate from my puppies. We are all the same. So the guidance that came through that journey was that it's so crucial. It's so crucial to be yourself. It's so crucial to allow your silliness and, yes, your serious part to come through, like your uniqueness. You, who are you? Because you are perfect at being you. You shine when you're being yourself. Forget about how this person looks like, that you want to be like that, or how they talk, or who knows how many followers they have. Forget about that, because when you begin to be you, you begin to activate all those codes in your DNA. And you're allowing a massive shift to come through and to speak to you. And those connectors to the earth and to all of us get reactivated. And that's what was shown too. That even though we just see ourselves like this, there's so many connectors that go everywhere. Billions, you guys, billions. You can't even count them. You can't even count them. Because we're all connected. We're all deeply connected. So my invitation for today is that you tune in to who you are. Let go of that fear. Who gives a shit what other people think about you? Your tribe, literally your tribe, your soul family, loves you no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're doing something stupid or something silly or who knows, something like very lovable. It doesn't matter. It's you, and the fact that it's you, they love you. I love you. Because when you begin to be yourself, you're activating other codes in ourselves, in all of us. And you're giving us permission to be who we truly are. You're opening up a bigger door for everyone. Everyone. So be you. Be you. Perhaps it can be a little scary in the beginning, but then the more you start to be around people that actually accept who you are and in a way hold space for your growth, it won't even matter. It won't even matter. Trust me, it won't even matter. You can put anything up on mine and be like, I fucking love you. And that's it. That's it. Being you. It reactivates everything. It reactivates everything. You start to be yourself and you begin to love yourself. You begin to unconditionally love yourself and nothing else matters. The unconditional love. A love beyond the mind can fathom. A love beyond human. Accepting who you are. Allowing yourself to be and to be in the moment. And you give us all permission when you do that. that protect yourself. There is a darkness outside. There's a lot of darkness. And they keep track. They do keep track of all of us. But at this moment in time, there's nothing they can do. Nothing. Because massive awakenings have been happening, massive upgrades, massive upgrades, massive portals opening, and other light beings from other galaxies have been shooting us golden light to allow us to rise, for the earth to remember, to heal herself, for all of us to remember. It all starts with you. It all starts with you. You are the most important person. It starts with you. That's it. I love you all. I'll see you next time.